mobile self-study students ask me over the last couple of days. And the question is, what do you do when you're asked a question that you don't know the answer to, and especially when you're presenting? So certainly this can happen to you while you're standing up, while you're presenting, while you're sitting, while you're presenting, when you're in a meeting, when you're in an interview. So I wanted to just go over a couple of quick tips and strategies that you can use when you are kind of put on the spot and you don't know the answer to the question that you've been asked. So one of the things that you want to do is to stay relaxed, don't panic, right? How do you do this? It goes back to your self-talk. You just tell yourself, hey, it's okay, stay relaxed, just relax, don't panic. You may think, well, how can I think all of these things? Well, you actually do have time to tell yourself to relax. And it takes a second or less. The next thing that you want to do is, if you know that you absolutely do not know the answer, that you have no idea. So you could ask me questions about lots of subjects that I know I have absolutely no idea what the answer is. So I'm just going to come out and say, wow, thank you, that's a great question. I have no idea. I have no idea. Let me check on that afterwards. Let me get the answer for you. If you ask me something that I think I might have an answer to, then what I'm going to do is buy a little time by saying, wow. I'm just going to pause and say, wow, or thank you. That's a good question. Let me think for just a moment. Okay, and then as soon as I get even the first answer to that, the initial part of the first answer, then I might say, well, I think that, or I believe that, or there are two reasons for this, or there's one way we can look at this, or there's one answer, right? So I'm going to use a structure that I talk about in the Pro 90D speech system, and specifically in the proactive presentation system. Is a structure, it's a framework for presenting and for answering questions. So if you're interested in that structure, visit our website. I have a couple of links there, and get into our Pro 90D mobile app, the ultimate version, because that's where I talk about this framework. But so I have a framework in which I use to answer these kinds of questions. Well, there's a couple of ways to look at this, or I think there's two ways, or there's two things. And I start with the first. Sometimes I might say three ways, and maybe I'm not sure of the three. So I might say, well, there's two or three ways. So I give myself, well, I think there's at least one and maybe two. Right? So I'm saying, okay, I think there's two, but I know there's one. So then I start giving my answer based on that one idea, that one piece of information, that one strategy, that one reason, whatever it is. I'll start talking about that. And as I start talking and I'm taking my time, often the second reason or the third reason will come. If it doesn't, then I've given myself an out by saying, well, there's one or two reasons, or there's two or three. If I know there's two, I'll say there's two or three. If I think that there might be a third. Having this structure really helps you. It prevents you from just babbling on, right? You have, well, there's one or two, or there's three. So you want to give yourself some time to think. You want to make sure that you relax, that you tell yourself to relax. Don't panic. If you don't know the answer, say, I don't know the answer. If you think you know the answer, or if you know a part of the answer, then give yourself some time to think about that by buying yourself some time. Thank you. That was a great question. Let me think for just a moment. So all the time that you've used saying those introductory phrases is buying you time to relax and to think, to come up with the answer. Does that make sense? So in brief, that's what you want to do. You don't know it at all, right? Say, I don't know it. If you think you know it, tell yourself to relax. Speak slowly, right? Extend your words. Use some introductory phrases to buy yourself time. Use a framework to begin to articulate your response. Okay, I hope that makes sense. I hope that's helpful. Really, it is that simple, and that works. I've been speaking for decades now to all kinds of groups in many different kinds of situations. People of different colors and races and ages, and sometimes even different languages, online, offline, live TV, live radio, recorded, it doesn't matter, live audiences. So this works. I've done full day retreats, which is just me the whole day. This really does work. All right, and I've shared it with my clients, and it works for them too. So try it out. Looking for any suggestions or recommendations you might have as well, some things that you've done that's worked in the past. Go ahead and leave those in the comments. If you like this video, go ahead and like it, give it a thumbs up, and share this video with others. Also, if you're interested in learning more about this framework and more about what I just discussed, go ahead and visit the links that I have there, pro90d.com/mobile, to check out our mobile application, brand new. If you're interested in coaching, then go ahead and check out pro90d.com/coaching. Okay, Michael Williams, talk to you later.